night lay waste to all we'd given. But honestly, you've gotta know that this ain't living. But we could run from Elysium and let it burn, let it burn. You've gotta know that nothing lasts forever. I can't believe myself. I never thought that this would be our end, but it's nothing new. And my lover's honesty, I can push it back down if I have to. If you want me to, 'cause we can run, and we can run. The stars they fall all for you. So tell me now, what's left to lose if we run?
This kind of love is never sober, and wandering eyes aren't meant for me. We're hypnotized and growing colder. This kind of love is not for me. I gave you all that I could give. was over. Till the quiet and the echoes became colder. And I never really knew that it was over. Till the quiet and the echoes became colder. You took my love, then gave it back. It's yours to leave, but it won't keep me from this heart. And I'll try to carry on again, but I never really knew that it was over.
back, ladies and gentlemen, to another AFR broadcast. This time we're bringing you Tier 2 race here at Coda after what was an amazing race, Tier 1 race, where Revo managed to take the win out of what was admittedly quite chaotic coming to the later half there. And, of course, with an update on that, with Revo winning that race, he has taken the championship as well. So congratulations to him. He will be our Tier 1 championship winner, at least for the Drivers' Championship. As it stands with the Constructors, I believe Mercedes has taken that title. So great job from those guys as well. Here in Tier 2, Coach managed to secure the victory in Japan, I believe. Yes, Japan. Japan is where he solidified that win. So right now he's coasting as Hamilton is, just trying to enjoy the rest of his races here. So 16 minutes 30 seconds on the clock here for our qualifying session as the drivers go out. I am currently on my own, but I will be joined by Band.
I am here.
Oh, there he is. Cool.
I have arrived.
Snuck in.
Yes.
In.
So, dry race, it seems.
Cool.
Dry race and quali. So, we'll see what happens.
Excellent. Okay. Right, so 15 drivers on the grid. Pretty good. We had a 16, technically, because Potsy didn't actually make it onto the grid. So, a big grid here for Tier 2. This is good. So we should see some pretty epic racing from these guys, albeit possibly some more mistakes. Coda can test some of even the best drivers, so we'll see how that all pans out. Currently on board with Matt. He's coming around the final part of the track as we're waiting for that. What do you think, Band? Who are you looking at?
Well, you've got to assume Coach, T-Mac, Red Panda, Jacob, even Impulse, He's at his Impulse just needs to keep it on the track and keep out of trouble, and definitely got the pace. So, but I think what's going to catch a lot of the guys out tonight will be the strict corn cutting. Around here, it's so easy to just run a little bit wide or just, take a little bit too much of that apex and get penalised for it. So I think that'll be possibly a big player in the final results.
Yeah, we saw a ton of corner cuts through the S's here. As you can see, Matt just going a little bit too wide there through the first couple. So he'll have to pull away from that one and set another flying lap. But yeah, we saw a ton of those, especially Pacey, first race back in a while. And he carried so much speed through the S section, but yeah, managing to clip too much of the apex on a couple of them.
Well, it's such a fine line there, and you really have to commit. And if you get it wrong, it's so easy to lose the car there as well because it's under such extreme loads and the cambers at the corner. So, yeah, it's challenging.
To say the least. Yes, Lucas, it will be a dry race for the Tier 2 guys. So, but it could rain halfway through. I mean, it stopped raining in the Tier 1, so we'll see. T-Mac coming down that back straight now. He comes around turn 12. See what his sector time is like. 1:02.5. Okay. Pretty good. Farmer Dingo sets the fastest lap and the first lap, first time. So 1:36.0. CK80's left the session, so hopefully he'll be able to jump back in. Coach with a 1:33.1 there.
And he got impeded a little bit there on his flying lap as well, so it's going to be more speed there to come.
So T-Mac comes across there with a 1:33.4. 3/10 in it. You can see Impulse coming around the back section of the track now. We've seen a massive improvement of him over the season. He's really put in the time. So he comes across there with a 1:32.7 on his first go round.
Not bad, not bad.
The return of the prancing horse. Okay, so Impulse sets himself up for provisional pole. Jacob Meister comes across with a 1:32.8 there for the Alpha team. Let's see, Zudix came across there with a 1:37.5 in the Williams. Red Panda, so Impulse's teammate, not showing the same amount of oomph. He's currently with a 1:52.8, admittedly on the medium, so he's probably just looking at a warm-up lap. Let's have a look at Skins here as he is making his way around the track. Oh boy. That's a bit wide. That's a bit wide. Okay, so I think that one's about... Oh, yep. Invalidated as well. We've got a bunch of people leaving the session. I think we've got a ton of disconnects. Hopefully they'll be able to fix that up. So currently with Shrimp as he makes his way through the track. So hopefully with Shrimp and Matt we'll see a better result from McLaren. Unfortunately not a great result from both drivers in Tier 1. Although with an incident early on breaking his wing. Oh, it was brake checked down. Well yeah, that'll do it. Alright, so Shrimp comes across with a 1:33.3. That'll put him in 4th. Not bad. As it seems his teammate is going for his second outlap after that unfortunate off. So we've still got a ton of guys in the pits. Oh, Keeper's still got to rejoin, that's right, yep. So we'll stay on board here with Matt in the McLaren. $10 minutes and 30 seconds left in the session.
You got Ali just in front of Matt here on about to start a lap as well. So
Ali comes around the corner here. Here we go with the Renault. He'll cross this start line and then he'll kick off his lap. Let's have a look. Punching it down all the way to that first corner up the incline. Now, funnily enough, in F1 2019, the track doesn't seem so bumpy as it does in real life. So maybe it'll be an easy job for our drivers. As they make their way through. Nice line here through the S's. Keeping it nice and tight there. A little bit of a speed loss, but doesn't seem too heavy. 25.1. Comes through sector 1. So Ali showing us a really good drive from this kid, but he always seems to have some unfortunate mistake which costs him positions at the end of the race, but hopefully he'll be able to hold it together here at Coda. See 40 pulling over, allowing the Renault to get past. Full sprint, 5 on that whole lap meter as he's punching down. Hard on the brakes. Ooh, massive lock up there on the front left. Might cost some time, but we'll see. It's 1:02.4. That's about on par with T-Mac as he was coming through there, so hopefully we're looking for a 4th or 5th. Way through the triple kink now. Nice line. Yeah, we're looking at 1:23 as he comes around that penultimate corner. Where will the Renault sit? It's looking like a great drive so far. 1:32. Oh my. 1:32.8. That's put him all the way up in the 3rd.
He's pimped his teammate.
Young gun.
Matt, so 34.1 as well.
Right, so he's down in 8th with that lap. We've got Combat in the lap as well. He comes across the line, so let's have a look what the Mercedes can do. This is the apex there, but he keeps a nice clean line regardless. So you can see just how much these drivers have to fight as they make their way through the S's. Oh, that's going to hurt. Just got a little bit too sharp on that last bit. I'll make his way down through turn 10, up to turn 11. Great apex there. just been reading about Hamilton having a couple of meetings with Ferrari chairman. Yeah, apparently, I don't know how much I believe that, but apparently he is available, quotation marks.
Well, that's because his contract expires, but, I don't know. I think he'd be wanting to get equal Schumacher's record in Merc, and then, once he's done that, risk it at Ferrari, because you know what their strategy team's like.
Yes, that is true. And not to mention, can you imagine how pissed Leclerc would be?
Oh, well.
If Hamilton jumped in?
Leclerc's pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised if he took it to him.
So Combat comes across there with a 1:34.6 CK8. He did a 1:36.5 earlier. That'll put him in 12th. Combat up in 9th. Now we're just waiting on his teammate Skins to set his flying lap as he comes across. So yeah, I mean, Leclerc's got talent. There's no doubt about it. I will admit though, like I haven't been closely following the F1 season for a long time. I've only really got into it again in 2019. But judging from what we're seeing on the grid right now, obviously Mercedes is like a cut above when it comes to their driver choice as well as their setups. Ferrari only really bring it after winter testing. After the summer break.
Yeah.
And then they showed up at Monza and Spa and everyone's like, where did this come from? But Max Verstappen has been showing more and more promise. Leclerc, mate, if there's a guy with like more gung-ho, I don't know. Like if the drive he did at Suzuka didn't show you how much attitude and determination he has, I don't know. So, yeah, I mean, there's a bunch, and then obviously you've got Ricciardo, who's in a bad spot at the moment, because arguably you could say he made the wrong decision moving to Renault, but I think he's looking at it in a long game. One, the money was good, or so I've told. And two, maybe with 2021 around the corner and all the regulation changes, hopefully we'll have a closer grid, and in that case, we might see some stellar racing from those guys. Skins decides to pull in, so he won't set a lap. Red Panda comes across with the fastest lap now with a 1:32.0. So yeah, it's an interesting one. I'll tell you what, I am very keen for 2021. I want to see what that brings to the table.
I'm just looking forward to the end of next season and the driver market because everyone's signed up till the end of 2020, so everyone's going to be out of contract. It could be musical chairs in the Formula One paddock.
Yeah, it could be a bit of a shake-up. It'll be interesting to see where people go. I feel like Valtteri will stay with Mercedes. Will Vettel move? Will Vettel be replaced by someone? Because he was showing a little bit of lackluster performance throughout the season, but then he sort of brought it back at Singapore. And then from then on, he's been trying to sort of prove to the team and the public that Leclerc isn't the only one with talent. And they're fighting a lot. And Brazil was, I think, the turning point here, because it's going to be I don't know how deep the investigation went with that particularly, but yeah, man, that was big. That shouldn't have happened.
Yeah. Well, from the outside, it looks to me like, I wouldn't be going after Vettel because, doesn't seem to have the pace and the consistency that he did in the Red Bull, and, Leclerc's almost running rings around him sometimes. And he's too inconsistent, bit of a fidget spinner. Spins at the slightest touch.
Yep. So I mean, it'll be interesting. I think if what we have been told is to be believed, and they have nailed down that downforce problem, where obviously the car following behind has a downforce by 50%, and they reckon it's down to 5% with the 2021 regulations. That could bring a ton of cool changes. And then of course you got new tracks. So Germany got rotated out. Vietnam is debuting next year, and Zandvoort is next year as well, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. So many unknowns.
And Zandvoort has that 18-degree banked corner. So that, oh man, will we see a repeat of Indianapolis?
Keeper starting his lap now. Yet to get a time on the board, actually.
So 2 minutes and 8 seconds left on the clock. This will be now or never for him. Skins has to come across as well, and 40. Neither of those three drivers have set a lap. Red Panda still in the lead at 132.0. His teammate, Impulse, behind him with a 132.2. So right now, Ferrari is locking out the front of the grid quite heavily. Coach with a 132.3. He'll stay in third. Jacob Meister with a 132.8. That's putting him fourth. And Ali pushed down fifth with his 132.87. So as we're watching the keeper make his way around, we'll see where the Alpha can land. Oof. Okay, so he goes a little bit wide there coming out of turn 11.
He's backed out of this one.
Okay, so Skin's currently on an outlap.
Gee, almost everyone's either on a lap or on an out lap. So
Actually, let's jump up. So we'll jump up to Skins' teammate here on the medium tyre. Makes its way down into turn 12. Nice exit there.
Don't know if starting on the medium's the right choice, but we'll see.
Currently 3/10 up on his time, so he will be improving, but whether or not it's enough to take away 8th from the McLaren. Oh, will he get a tow here from T-Mac? Nope. T-Mac goes way left, gives him the space, that's good. Around that final corner, we're looking at 132 on the clock, so it's going to be in the 134s. It'll be a 134.9, so he lost so much time in that last sector. It's caused him to go 4 tenths below, so he will stay in 10th. So let's jump up a couple. We'll jump on board with Coach. See if he can improve there from third as we're hitting that 10-second mark on the qualifying. So Farmadingo will be happy with his time. It looks like 40 won't be able to set one at all. So he'll be starting from the back. A bit of a lock up. The coach is up on his time by 200ths. So it's not going to be too much of a crazy improvement. Oh, has to rest the wheel there. A bit of drift. That's a great line. Whew, flat stick. Using that green bit. Both sides. Under the brakes here. 128 as he comes around that corner. This is going to set up to be... Oh, no. 132.2.
Oh, so he lost time.
It is an improvement of 1/10, but that last final drift did cost him. Oh, imagine that. Being off that second place on the grid by 1/100th. Not even, actually. It's in it's in the thousandths. It's in the, what's that? It's 4 thousandths. Oh.
T-Max had issues. He's had to pull out.
So Skins pulls into the pits there.
Got Jacob.
He's flying through that last section now. Penultimate corner. Oof. There's great traction there coming through. 130, so he's probably going to look at the 133s. Ooh, 134.3, so he will stay in 6th. Does not improve on his time. Skins retires with a 132.5. Matt comes across the line there with a 132.66. Just jumps Jacob Meister in the Alpha. Shrimp does the same to T-Mac there as T-Mac gets forced down into 9th. Zudix is still on a lap. Will we see an improvement? He is slightly up.
He's run out of ERS deployment, so...
He does improve, but it's not enough to jump a position. So he does go to a 135.6. He will stay in 11th. And it looks like... Yeah, and it looks like Ferrari have locked out the front of the grid.
Is this potentially the first front row lockout for a team?
I believe it's the first...
For Tier 2?
Yeah. Yes, it would be. That's correct.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, boys. Well done.
Well done. So you can see the work that
Only
Impulse,
just. Oh.
You can see the work that Impulse has put in. Have a look at that. 0.003 of a second between Impulse and Coach there. That's nuts.
That is very tight. 1 second covering, the top 9, really.
That is crazy. Okay, so... Right, so that's settled the grid. Now we've just got to wait for our drivers to finalise their setups. And then, of course, it is a dry race, so hopefully we will have some faster times here. And then, of course, they go on their formation lap, get the kinks out, and then we'll start off. So, what's that, 16 drivers, wasn't it? Yeah. 16 drivers on the grid. Hopefully we'll be in for a good one. I think the question will be, can those Ferraris bring the challenge to Coach, or is that just a qualifying show and they get forced back here in the final race? We'll have a look as it goes on. I have to admit, man, look at these, just obviously A++ crowd animations from Codemasters. Beautiful.
I may need to jump into the other Discord channel. Something's happened with Impulse, so...
Okay, no worries.
Just
yes, he's not in the grid. We will stand
I'll
by.
be back.
All right. So looks like we've got a little bit of a technical difficulty. God, can't even speak. With one of our drivers. Looks like we're going to have to go in for a restart. Hopefully shouldn't be too long. We will be back.
Wait. Notice the innocent seconds pass by. They mean nothing now, but everything once they've escaped us. Reality is a prison. We are governed by the confines of its divinity, though we live in a world of endless possibility. This being is breaking. It's falling apart, and no one can see it. Let me show you a place, free from the limitations of this universe. Take my hand. shatter the bonds of our oppressive existence. We will find ourselves somewhere, a place worlds away from here.
have lost some wings. Here they are coming through the S's. Just trying to get a shot. Yes, it looks like that Ali has lost his left front wing. So everyone's making their way through now. Yes, you can see that he does have some damage as Shrimp overtakes him on the outside. Looks like Jacob Meister's going to try and make a move. Coming up just behind. Oh, have a look at this. Makes the overtake. Yes, he does. Round turn 11. Great job from the Alpha. As Ali's going to have to suffer. Will he make an early call into the pits or will he try and hold on? Have a look at the McLaren. Matt just looking for a peek there as Shrimp makes the overtake. T-Mac does the same to Zudix at the back there. Oh man, cars everywhere. Matt takes a really tight inside line. That's going to allow Ali to overtake as he has the inside line coming into the next turn. There it is. Great job there from Ali. Great defensive maneuver. That pushes Zudix out. Farmer Dingo, his teammate. No, he gets pushed down, sorry. Combat takes a position there in 12th. Ward here with the McLaren. He's trying to make it past the Renault. Skins will pit early. Skins just got a 3-second time. That must have been a delay in the scene because I was like, how do you get a 3-second time penalty for entering the pit lane?
I'm not sure.
So Matt will make the overtake here. Oh, and so does Keeper. Oh, bad brake line there for Ali. That's going to allow the Keeper's Alpha to go through. And T-Mac does the same. He pounces up on the position. So T-Mac's moved up into 8th. Oh, it's an unfortunate start here for Ali. Well, we've got that lull. Let's just have a look here at the start. You can see they take off the line. Everyone seems pretty clean. And then Impulse sort of makes his hard break. And that just puts... Yeah. So Skins punches into the back of him. Coach does the same. Ali does the same. And yeah, you can see the wings break there. And bang, right there. So just fall with that. That's rough. So Ali trying to make a fight here to keep it now. Keep it on that inside line. Ooh, there's contact. It doesn't look like any damage to any of them. Zudix is looking for a position as well. He makes it up on the outside. Great job there from the Williams driver. Absolutely fantastic. This is really hurting Ali. He is dropping positions down like crazy. Impulse had the fastest lap. Red Panda decided to take it immediately. 136.9. DRS is now enabled as we hit lap 3. Ali decides to pull into the pits as well as 40. So that'll get his wing changed. Let's have a look here as there's contact there between CK80 and Farmer Dingo. Only just caught the back of it, but you can see CK80 went down for a very deep dive. Boom, right there. Wheel to wheel. Very unfortunate for the Racing Point driver. Currently in 12th. Jump up a couple of positions here as Combat. Trying to make the overtake here on Zudix. Turn 12. Zudix now in the back foot. He's in 10th. Looks like Combat's going to try and climb up to the Alfa Romeo. 2.2 seconds between him and Keeper. Keeper now trying to jump T-Mac. He managed to capitalise on a little bit of a mistake earlier. Jacob Meister, 3-second time penalty. Final corner now. Will Keeper be able to use DRS and climb over here on turn 1? He's closing the distance fast. And he does it. Round turn 1. He'll take the position there, T-Mac now. playing chase. Who's going to keep the best line here through the middle sector? Ooh, sorry, middle section of the S's rather. Keeper did lose a little bit of time there as he got caught in the middle curve. Alright, so hard on the brakes there as they move into turn 11. We'll see what this DRS zone can do here for the Toro Rosso. For that inside peak. Will he be able to hold it under pressure? He'll play the safe game. Ooh, here we go. Very harsh there on the apex. It looks like Keeper maintains a better speed exit, and he does. So T-Mac will stay in 8th. CK80 makes the overtake of Farmadingo at the back there. Let's jump up a couple as Jacob Meister now trying to close up on Shrimp here in the McLaren. .6 the gap. Going into that DRS section, how much will it close? Probably good for about 10 kph. We'll stay on the back of 1.4 the gap now. It's Impulse currently in the lead, lap 5, and he's got a 0.6 second gap from his teammate. Jacob doing a great job to stay on the back of this McLaren. So you now come into that second DRS zone. Shrimp decides to move to the left. Oh my god, Jacob does as well. What type of move is that? Looks like Jacob decided to pull the pin early. Shrimp kind of judged it, but Jacob did make it work, and he's now in the lead as he goes around the outside. Shrimp does take it back again. There's a little bit of contact between both of them. No damage, but the McLaren has made it back. Great defensive maneuver there from Shrimp. Holds on to 4th. So Alpha trying everything he can to get past, but it doesn't seem to be working in his favour. Not sure if Band has disappeared. Well, hopefully he'll rejoin us at some point.
No, sorry, I am here. I was just distracted.
No worries, okay. That's all good. Alright, so Jacob Meister is awfully close to the back of this McLaren here, coming through the S's. But it looks like he doesn't have as good of a line as Shrimp does as he moves through. So he's just lost some time. Impulse overtaken by his teammate there in front. So Red Panda now takes the lead. Coming up into turn 11. Let's just jump up a couple of positions here as Impulse tries to chase down his teammate. He does have the DRS, but he's not using any of his ERS, so it won't be as effective. Let's have a look what happens under braking here. It's a great showing here from Ferrari early on.
And they're going to want to maximise points. They don't want a repeat of Brazil, let's say.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, so Impulse 0.7 behind. Coach is also 0.7 behind, so it's a pretty even gap here between the top 3. Jacob Meister is closing up the gap to Shrimp, but Shrimp pulling the defensive moves, keeping him at bay. At the back there, Combat is slowly making up time on T-Mac. T-Mac not having a great race. Usually you see a much stronger showing.
Well, those tyres will be starting to come to Combat now, and all those guys on those softs are going to start to struggle. Especially at the end of Sector 1, the softs really start to overheat, especially that right front. So if Combat's managing his tyres, he should be looking pretty good.
Have a look at how close these two are. Every time they come into these S's, Jacob is all over that McLaren, but as soon as they hit that complex of corners, that McLaren is up and away. Looks like Jacob has a little bit of work to do to maintain the speed through those corners. Sudix with a 3-second time penalty at the back. So into that DRS zone. Take a look here, his coach looks to make a move here on impulse. Red Panda's managed to escape a little bit. 1.4 is the gap. Lock up there in the front. So I feel like at this point coach is biding his time. Doesn't seem to be playing as aggressive as I thought he would.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. He might be just happy to sit tight. The leader's right there.
Yeah. So he's extended out just a little bit to 0.5 here as he comes around that final corner. Impulse does go into the pits though, so the first of the Ferraris has pit. Red Panda decides to stay out. We'll see if the undercut works for Impulse.
Coach may have a DRS failure.
Oh.
So he's managing his ERS pretty well. But I noticed on that main straight there was no DRS open.
Fair enough, we'll have to keep an eye out on that one as Combat Rank gets a 3-second time penalty. Shrimp does as well. Ooh, Jacob forcing an error. That's going to work in Jacob's favour. I believe Jacob might have one as well, though. So now they're on even footing. Let's jump down a couple. T-Mac closing in on the Alfa Romeo of Keeper. Combat Rat doing the same as we see the mediums start to pull into their prime. Ooh, you see T-Mac go way up on the inside there. He'll make the successful overtake. Will he be able to hold the speed, however? A little bit of contact there from the Alpha. And you can see Combat right at the back looking for it. Keeper and T-Mac fighting side by side. This is going to allow Combat some clean space. So he'll be able to make a move. T-Mac wins. Keeper now in 7th. But Keeper's trying to go up on the outside here as they hit Triple Kink. And he goes up on the inside. Will he be able to hold it? No, T-Mac is putting him at bay. Great drive here from the Toro.
Keeper not afraid to get his elbows out.
T-Mac pulls in.
Goes into the pits.
Sector 2, Sector 3, yellow flag. Looks like something going on with Skins there. Yes, Skins is off the track.
Oh no. He had a run in. He was right up with Farmer Dingo, I believe. So maybe they've had a coming together. I'm not sure.
Something has definitely happened there as Combat makes the overtake up on Impulse. So Red Panda still in the lead with a 7-second gap between him and the McLaren of Matt. Combat in the Mercedes 10.7 seconds behind as Impulse tries to make a look. And he does. Oh, currently on the outside. He does take the position though. Great driving there from the Ferrari. Through the S's no less. It's amazing what fresh tyres will do for your traction.
T-Mac.
Keeper and T-Mac coming together. Keeper getting a 5-second penalty there. So T-Mac is out of the race.
Did he crash out or?
I think he has. Keeper and T-Mac came together. Keeper just got a 5-second penalty for doing so, and T-Mac has retired. So Keeper has been disqualified from the session. He's parked in a dangerous location. Okay, what? Fair enough. Okay, well, his car will just park off to the side here.
So Ali gets past Farmer Dingo.
Great job there from the Renault driver, putting himself into the points. 10th position now. And Red Panda pulls into the pits now. Lap 10. Jacob Meister made the move on Shrimp. Both on mediums, so it's worked out for Jacob as they've come into the pits. Red Panda God, he drops down a bunch of positions. Where's he going to exit out? Finds himself an 8th now. So you can see that Shrimp is much faster through that SS section than Jacob. But then when it comes to the straights, looks like the Alpha's just got a better setup. Even with DRS, Shrimp just can't catch him.
Did Red Panda put on softs again?
It says he has, and they are red on his car, so yes. As he
He's gone
overtakes,
for the 2-stop.
as he goes, overtakes CK80 there, coming in at turn 12. Great job.
I'm not
Nicely
sure the
done.
2-stop is going to be the right decision. I think he may have messed up. Hey, Aaron.
Hey, you done messed up, Ron.
I mean, I could be wrong. I did test it. I didn't think it was quicker, but
Oh, here
we will
comes
see.
Coach round turn 19, using all of that green part of the track, and he does manage to make the overtake on Combat. And but Combat does have the DRS, and have a look at Jacob Meister, who's now joining the party, slotting himself just behind that Mercedes. Shrimp doing the same. As they come into this SS section, you'll probably see Shrimp catch up so hard. And there it is, look at that. That McLaren is so fast through that section, my God. He's already right up onto the back of Jacob Meister on Combat. Admittedly, Combat was holding Jacob Meister up in that section, but still, have a look at this.
Boys. Patience, boys.
Jesus, Jacob Meister goes up on the outside. It looks like Shrimp's going to take the position as well. Oh my God, Shrimp might go for an inside dive, and he does! Wow! What a drive from the McLaren. We're going to have a quick look at that, but we'll just wait and see what the outcome will be as Jacob Meister looks for a position. Will he go left? Will he go right? Gets forced to go left. Hits hard on the brakes there as Shrimp makes the corner, and he will come out on top. Let's have a quick look at that again. Have a look at this. He comes on the outside, overtakes the Mercedes, and then uses the inside line into turn 11. What a drive. What an absolute drive. That's great.
Jacob's still all over the back of him right here, coming into the last corner. He's very close. He's probably going to have a look up into turn 1.
Red Panda takes the fastest lap here with a 1:36.5. Looks like Jacob's going to go up on the outside. Shrimp will have to make some sort of late break in order to hold on. And he does so far, but Jacob's going to have a bit of a faster line, and he does. But have a look at this. Watch this McLaren through the SS section. Jacob Meister loses so much time here. Actually, he did that a lot better that time. Holds the distance, 0.3. Ooh, a bit of a cut there from McLaren, but the same goes for Jacob as he goes a little bit wide, so that's going to allow Shrimp to cut on the inside. But what they have to realise is that the prancing horse is right behind him. Have a look at this. The McLaren and the Alpha are side by side, and have a look at the Ferrari as he shoots right down the side, 3 wide, coming into turn 12. And that's going to allow Red Panda. He's probably going to have that late break situation. The cream in the Oreo is the... oh my God, and the McLaren makes it through.
Oh, the Alpha sends it. There's contact. He's hit the McLaren there, almost gone round. Oh, Shrimp very lucky there not to go round.
So if we can get a snapshot of that. So you can see the McLaren goes up on the outside. And then he goes a little bit too gung-ho, goes into the touches the back. There's a little bit of a drift there, causes Shrimp to go out. And that's given Red Panda the go-ahead he needed to make that position up. Ooh.
That's really helped Red Panda a lot to clear that little group there and make the most of those soft tyres while he can.
That's unfortunate. Hopefully Shrimp can make it back. As we see Jacob Meister climbing up as they move into turn 1. Lap 13 of 28. Impulse currently in the lead with a 4.8 second gap to Coach. Great showing here from Ferrari. Now the question will be, will Red Panda be able to join his teammate up there? Or will Coach be able to make it last the distance? Shrimp goes off a little bit, allowing Jacob Meister to catch up. But
Well, the pit stops around 20 seconds, and he's already 8 seconds off the lead, so it's a big ask from here because he's going to have to pit again.
Right, so here comes Jacob Meister. You see the DRS. Oh, and he's getting forced out. Shrimp's doing everything he can to hold off. But Jacob Meister just has so much more speed thanks to the DRS. Here comes the late break. And the other thing to watch out for is other McLaren of Matt. It's just at the... Oh. I say that as he gets a 3-second time penalty for cutting the corner. Zudix and 40 overtaking each other here at that back straight. Here comes the DRS engaged. 40 goes up on that outside edge. They'll now have the inside line. Hard on the brakes. And he keeps it well. Zudix pulls in behind. But look at the exit for that Williams. Zudix had a much better clearance there. And that's made 40 go back. Great job there from Zudix. God, he set that exit up so well. He rocketed compared to that Pink Panther. Hopefully he'll be able to hold it. There's Combat Rat gets a 135.9. Oh, man. As the Williams comes into that turn, he almost took out the front wing of the Racing Point. 40 with 11 laps of wear. So that's obviously going to affect, as Zudix only has 2.
Combat right on the back of Ali at the moment. Hard versus soft tyre.
Ali looking for that really, really long stint.
Unfortunately getting caught up in a turn 1 incident. But I don't know if Combat's going to be able to get those tyres to the end. It's a long way to go.
Boy, Combat has to turn right in order to avoid. I don't think he expected the early break. But Combat's going to have no issues as he hits DRS. Goes right up on that left side. And there it goes. Combat will take the position. Nice, easy braking line. And he will keep 7th. But now the problem is he is 21 seconds behind Matt. And I don't think he'll be able to climb that up. But then again, we still have just under half the race to go. So Matt is now chasing down his teammate. Here we go. Pulls up on the left. And he gets the better of him. Great overtake there. Shrimp has no choice but to let him past. Shrimp is... Ooh. A little bit too gung-ho there in the S's. That's caused him to get another 3-second time penalty. That is unfortunate. He's got to maintain the line because it's one of those... It's a great piece of track, but it will catch you up. You think you're getting okay, and then that next turn comes up way too fast, and by that stage, you're hard on the brakes, and you're probably a good halfway into the corner. Shrimp just gets left behind. Have a look at Matt. So much speed. He's now trying to chase down the Alfa Romeo of Jacob there. 1.3 is the gap. As 40 gets a 3-second time penalty at the back. Now, if we have a look here at the lead right now, Impulse is 5.3 seconds, so he's extended that gap. And Red Panda is slowly closing it. It was out at about 4 seconds, now down to 2.6. But those softs will give out soon. So whether or not this two-stop strategy is going to work for him, I don't know. It's a Shrimp there with DRS coming down that main straight, but it's not going to be enough. Matt just has the legs.
So Impulse yet to have a victory in the main tiered series. So best results are third. So he's looking pretty good at the moment.
Let's jump on board with our current race leader. He comes down that back straight with a nice 5.4 second gap. No stress. See if he can hold on to it. Up 16 of 28. Great drive here from the Ferrari. Skins gets a 3-second time penalty at the back. He's got great balance through those last set of corners. Man, he's definitely improved throughout this season, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Red Panda comes into the pits.
Okay, so let's just jump on board with him. So he'll get fresh. He goes onto the meat.
Well, he's had to because he started on the softs. He's
right,
pitted
yeah.
onto the softs, and
Okay.
he's got to use 2 compounds. So
That's right, yeah. Okay, so he'll go onto the medium tyre there. Lap 17, he exits in 6th. So he'll now have to chase down Shrimp, Matt, and Jacob to put himself back to where he was. Can he do that? 11 seconds is the gap between him and Shrimp, which puts it up to about 25 seconds or 20 seconds to get back up to 3rd. This will be one to keep an eye out, as Shrimp's losing more and more time to his teammate there.
Matt with another time penalty. Oh, they're going to be adding up for some of these guys.
So it looks like this McLaren race is a bit closer than first thought. So all Red Panda has to do is keep his head down. Let's see if he can finish strong. He might be able to jump a couple of positions by default by the end of the race. Skins at the back here, looking to make a move. And 40. Ooh, something happened there. He had to bail out. Man, he takes us so wide. Oh boy. Coming through the triple kink now into that penultimate corner. 0.4 the gap currently, so DRS will be a bit of an advantage as he comes onto that main straight. As 40 goes into the pits, so 40 will pit on lap 18. That's going to allow Skins to get past. Now Skins will have to try and chase down Zudix and the Williams. 2.2 the gap between those drivers. So we'll jump up a little bit as Shrimp has slowly made up the gap. He's brought it down underneath that 1 second mark. But his tyres, 3 laps of tyre deg difference. A good showing for the McLaren boys though, 4th and 5th respectively.
Yeah, they definitely need a good haul of points, the McLaren team.
Let's see, they were 3rd. Yeah, so I mean if they do finish strong, well, as it stands now, Impulse in the lead. That'll give Ferrari a very good kick up in the points. But there's only 20 points, 23 points separating McLaren and Ferrari. So it's still in it for the constructors. Let's jump up down again as Skins is now making his way, trying to make his way rather, around Williams. Oh, it's true. Red Pan has brought it down from 10 seconds to 7. We go up onto that main straight. DRS enabled. Oh, he goes way left. Here we go. Up on the inside. Pretty easy pass by the look of things. Yep. He's going to go straight past. Sudix will fall. So Skins now in the points contention. All he has to do is hold it. Seems to be doing well so far. Already extending the lead from Zudix now, almost up to that 1 second mark. His teammate currently in 7th on the soft tyre. He's trying to chase down 12.5 second gap to Red Panda. That's a bit of an ask, especially on soft tyres, so he'll have to come in and pit for sure. His CK80 looks to be making a move here on the Renault of Ali.
He's been slowly pulling him in.
So he'll be... Oh, and Ali pulls into the pits now. So it looks like Ali will be switching to that soft compound, which will allow CK80 to get past. He'll take 8th. So he makes his way down the straight. He'll jump up a couple of positions now. So Combat Rat comes into the pits as well. Shrimp is now bringing the gap down. This is interesting. He's managed to make it down to 0.4. Goes into the DRS. Oof, but in the DRS, he still can't catch his teammate. But he also has no ERS available, so he's playing it safe there. Red Panda's brought it down to 5.4 now. 8 laps to go. Impulse has extended his lead to 6.2 seconds. Jacob Meister is about the same behind Coach. Oh, okay, so Shrimp pulls in. Shrimp pulls into the pits while his teammate stays out. So Red Panda will make the overtake there. Yep, he comes across. Shrimp will probably exit in 6th. CK 31 seconds away. He's probably going to be able to catch him too well as they move in. So all those first 4 drivers are all 6 seconds away from each other.
Yep.
It's a pretty big gap. I mean, Coach doesn't have anything to worry about. He's already won. So, he's won the championship. So for him, you know, good finishes are good finishes. But I have to admit, I'm impressed here. Impulse really, really showing it now. Red Panda now,
really
4 seconds behind Matt.
He's really stretching the legs tonight. Interesting to see if Ali will be able to catch up to the back of Skins. CK up into 7th place.
So Coach has just brought the time down just under
6.
Yeah, sector 1 sector 2 yellow flag. Not sure what's going on there.
Field reasonably spread out at the moment. There's another time penalty for
So
Jacob.
that's going to give Red Panda a bit of an advantage now. Because Matt's got a ton of penalties. So he's brought it down to 3.1. He's closing in. As Combat sets the fastest lap, 1:35.3. Yeah, Red Panda was slowly reeling in this 4th position. Let's jump up a couple. On board with Coach, current championship winner. As he's coming up to one of the back markers, it looks like Farmer Dingo. Great performance this season from Coach with let's have a look at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins, 8 race wins.
It's a pretty dominant performance from him this season.
Oh, sorry, I've got that wrong. I was looking at the constructors. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, he's got 8. Sorry,
Yeah,
that would match up. That would definitely match up. Yeah.
Well, Ali hasn't got a win yet, so
Yeah. So Shrimp now with the fastest lap as he's on those fresh shoes. Currently in 6th position. He's got an 11-second gap to make up to Red Panda, which I just don't think is going to happen. Not with 5 laps to go. Red Panda's brought the gap between himself and Matt to 2.5, so there's a good chance he might catch him. So we have another Sector 2 yellow flag. Combat Rat at the back here. He's making it awfully close to the back of that racing point.
Skins comes in to the pits.
Driver of the day.
Ooh.
I mean, for Tier 2 as it stands right now, I'd say Impulse.
Yeah.
Not only did he have a great showing in qualifying, but, you know, he's dominating Tier 2. In terms of Tier 1, I don't know. I mean,
Well, thank you, Kuna. That's very nice of you to
yeah,
give it
I was going to say, I mean, I feel like I want to... Oh, hold on. Combat makes the overtake here. Nice and easy. I feel like I want to say Revo, but only because he had to deal with such a crap result in qualifying because of the penalty. And then had a bad start. But then, you know, made his way through, wet, smashed it. So, yeah, I'd say Revo Tier 1, banned asterisk, and then... I'd say Impulse Tier 2. At least for now. There's 4 laps to go. He could totally bin it. We could see a total Grosjean moment. But,
Well, I'll just wind your memory back to before we started, and I did put Impulse up there, and that was one of the conditions for him. He's got to get to the end. But he's got a pretty comfortable lead, so yeah. I don't want to commentate his curse, touch some wood.
Yeah, so have a look here. Red Panda. Oof, what a vicious overtake. And it didn't work. Oh, boy. Let's have a quick move on that. You can see he comes down through, up towards turn 11. Super gung-ho and just... Nope. Goes way too wide on that corner. Good try, though. Skins with a 3-second time penalty.
Oh. I don't know if I want to look at the race director after this.
Oh, Shrimp goes way wide. That's going to give Red Panda a massive advantage now as he comes into the DRS zone. Trying to keep that left side open. Comes across. Ferrari goes in deep. And he will make the position there. Good job there from Red Panda. Slots into 4th. Let's see how well he holds his speed. Oh, much better line for that Ferrari. So now a 6.7 second gap between himself and Jacob Meister. Probably not, but Jacob Meister does have multiple penalties, so all he'd have to do, as Shrimp gets another one, all he'd have to do is bring it down to... Actually, no, currently where he is, and he will take third. But as Matt looks for that overtake! Collision there. But doesn't seem to be any damage. Can you quickly check race director for me, Band, and see how many seconds Jacob Meister has? I believe it's 6. Oh, man. So lap 26 to 28. We've only got 2 laps remaining. Matt's doing a good job to try and keep on the back of Red Panda. I don't think it's... Well, obviously with all the penalties, it's not going to be enough. However, Red Panda's just... It's decreased the gap there. It's 7.4 now between him and Jacob Meister.
I think he's got 9 seconds.
Jacob Meister does? Yeah, nice. Alright, so that's going to allow Red Panda to take third for sure. Skins takes the fastest lap, 1:34.2. And will get the bonus point for it if he stays where he is. So coming through lap 27, Impulse, 5-second lead. Stellar drive here from the Ferrari. Great strategy. So 5-second gaps probably not going to be made here in the last lap. So as long as Impulse keeps his head on, he'll take the win. See, the unfortunate thing about Tier 2 is that by the time we get to the end of the race, the gaps are so far blown that what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
Whereas in Tier 1, I mean, especially with what we saw just before, I mean, Sphinx was pushing it to the end. He was trying to get side by side coming around turn 20. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out. But,
yeah. It can also be quite track dependent. So, but Jacob is sitting on this 9-second buffer. It's in and out. Still a lap to go. So, I don't think Red Panda's got a penalty.
No. So right now, Red Panda will take third for sure. He's only 6 seconds behind. Jacob Meister has 9 seconds of penalties.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be flying away with it. Okay, so lap 28. On board here with Impulse in the Ferrari as he makes his final way around the Circuit of the Americas. An excellent qualifying and a just as excellent race. Let's see if he can solidify a win. And this will be his first win. And it'll be well deserved. As he comes around turn 11 now. Sees a back marker. Around turn 12. Great job so far. And as it looks right now, coming through that triple kink. Jesus. A little bit close there. It's a great camera angle. Comes around the second to last corner. Now the last. And your race winner for Tier 2 will be Impulse. Great job from him. Coach will take second. And Jacob Meister right now, he will come across the line, but with those penalties, Red Panda will be taking third. And here comes the Ferrari driver round the glass corner, comes across the line, and there it is. Takes third position, so Ferrari first and third on the podium. Great job from Ferrari this time round. Good points for them as well. Coach bringing in the points for Renault, but is it going to be enough? I don't know. As it comes down to it, there's a good shot. I mean, if Ferrari keeps showing us what they're showing us now, there's a good shot they could take over.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, Ali was pretty unlucky tonight getting in that contact and having to pit a couple of times, so he was definitely up there.
Yeah, for sure. Skins gets another at the end. I have to have a look here. Hold on. All right. Zudix is 21 seconds behind, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Fuck. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. He'll come across. Down through the gears. 23 to 11. Wow. It's so crazy. Wow, Skins, man. In between the two lines of the track, bro.
I think he just was over it.
Yeah. You got to stay off those candy canes, bro. All right. So, great job there again from Impulse to take that win. He's got to be happy about that one, especially after he had so many issues plaguing him with the game. Coach there with a well-deserved second. And I mean, Red Panda, great drive from him to solidify that third. Interesting strategy with the two-stop, but he's on the podium.
Yeah. Worked out for him. I doubted. I will never doubt again.
Okay, so you can see a massive amount of seconds there. Skins with 18 seconds of penalty. Shrimp and Matt both with 12. Unfortunate for T-Mac and Keeper, both getting into an incident causing T-Mac to DNF and Keeper to be disqualified. But all in all, decent race. Again, congratulations to Ferrari. Great job there from Renault. Unfortunate for Ali, but hopefully his time will come. So that has been the Tier 2 race. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I know that we have. As usual, I'm Kuno Zero. This is Band, and we will catch you for the next race. Goodbye for now.
See ya.
Tell me if you need me, cause I need you. I am blue, I'm not over you. Tell me if you feel it, cause I do. Never knew that you missed me too. Tell me